Hello, and welcome back to Mindfully Rich Podcast, your weekly look at life and finances with a twist, where we talk about improving your overall relationship with money and building better financial habits to increase your financial freedom in life. On each episode, I'll discuss real life situations and give y'all practical advice to apply to your financial life. The point of this podcast is to help you enhance your financial behaviors and to keep you financially healthy so you don't end up broke. I'm the creator and host, Richie. All right, darlings, let's get into this conversation. Welcome. We back, y'all. Okay. I don't want to hear no mess. I done already received all the messages telling me that I'm late. I think Friday just gonna be my new day. Y'all just don't know how busy I've been this week. OMG. So busy. But you want to know what? Another day above ground is always good, so I won't complain. But it's just looking like Friday may be a better day for me. Friday seemed like a good day for y'all too, just because the listens don't ever pick up until Friday anyway. Like Thursday and Friday is the peak day. So when I release on Wednesday, a bunch of y'all be like, you know what? Yeah. But the rest of y'all be like, Arsenio, woo, we listening. So so Friday feel like a good day. All right. And so welcome, y'all. We are on conversation number 44. I am so excited. I'm so excited because, the consistency is there. The consistency for the day not there, y'all. But the consistency to keep going. Y'all, we almost 50 episodes in. And I say we because y'all the reason why I'm here. I make these episodes for y'all. So I'm super excited about that. And just first want to start off by telling you thank you so much for listening. Truly appreciate y'all tuning in each and every week. I'm noticing that the listenership is going up. Yes, the count is going up. The country's going up that's listening. I'm super, y'all, look. Tuh. Wait till all these sponsorships starts coming in, okay? I promise y'all, I'm not going to turn my nose down and nothing like that. It's going to be good. It's going to be all good in the hood because the podcast is doing pretty well right now. And I'm geeked. I'm geeked up about that, all right? So thank y'all once again for listening. Thank you for all the shares. Thank y'all for just reaching out. I've been getting so much love from y'all. And I told y'all I was busy this week. I had built up a little consistency on IG because I have chosen IG for the social media platform for Mindfully Rich Podcast. That's my chosen place right now. It's just, I want to get on Facebook, but I don't, y'all. It's something about when I log on, I just be like, but IG, I be cool with that. But it's just this week has been something. The podcast doing so good. We may have to, we may get a Mindfully Rich intern, coming up soon or something, just because I want to ensure that I'm keeping the social media up and y'all have been responding. I mean, it's just been good, y'all. It's been really good, okay? Good news coming in the future, okay? Good news is coming. But once again, thank y'all so much for being here. And I appreciate y'all hanging on. For all of those who have sent me DMs to let me know that I'm late, I appreciate those because y'all are keeping me accountable. But I'm back. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, it was good. So make sure after this one concludes, you go on and listen to that episode, okay? Because it was good. It was real good, all right? So we're going to go on and move into the Mindful Money Moment segment. And today's conversation, number 44, Don't Freeze My Student Loans, Melt Them episode. Y'all, that's a good title. That's a good title, okay? And I got the title from my favorite media personality, YouTuber, just commentarious. Okay, I don't even know if that's a word. Miss Funky Neva Ross, aka Q. I have been listening to Q's commentary for the longest on YouTube. He's so witty, he's so smart, and I just absolutely love his channel on YouTube. And so I was listening to his last video, and when he said this, I said, bet, that's a title. That's a title right there. So I got to give all of the credit to Miss Funky Neva Ross, aka Q, just because that's a dope title. And as you already see, we talking about student loans just because I don't know if y'all know this, but in 2020, student loan debt hit 1.56 trillion, y'all. Trillion. I don't even know how to write that on my calculator. I don't. That's a lot of money. That's 44 million Americans who owe this debt, y'all. And check this out. 16.8 million of that debt is attributed to, I think it said, Americans under the age of 30. And I was like, woo, that's still a lot of debt. That's just too much. That's just too much. And so I don't know about y'all, but I want my student loan debt paid off today because it's not far-fetched for us to get a student loan bailout, y'all. I think we are the closest that we've ever been, y'all. I'm serious. I'm really serious, okay? And so today, I want to make sure that I take y'all back, give y'all some history of bailouts, so that way we could all get on one accord that we're going to get these student loans paid off, okay? We're going to all say our prayers and everything, okay? So right now, I want to go ahead and take y'all back to 2008. So I don't know if y'all remember, back when the recession had hit, Jeezy had an album during that time. I just thought I would throw that out. We were going through the recession, and the federal government, who is they created what's called TARP funds, and that was called the Troubled Assets Relief Program. And y'all, they was bailing out everybody. So initially they had took 105 billion and they had said, we're going to give this out to different entities so that we're able to bail them out. And so it started with 67.8 billion. That was to bail out AIG, which is an insurance company, right? And then they ended up giving them total. It started with 67.8 billion, but they ended up giving them 182 billion. That's a lot of money to an insurance company, okay? Then $80.7 billion, y'all, went to go bail out the big three auto companies. If you don't know who the big three are, that's GM, Chrysler, and Ford. 20 billion went to the Federal Reserve to keep giving out money, because I don't know if y'all know this, but they have home loans that are federal loans. And so they use that $20 billion to continue to give federal home loans out. And they also gave some of that money to businesses. So those federally backed loans they gave to businesses. And then 75 billion went to help homeowners during that time. I don't know if y'all remember when people were getting their mortgages restructured. And so it went to, those mortgage companies so that they can restructure those loans, those bad loans that they had did, y'all. That's a lot of money. And so what ended up happening at the end of 2018, so 10 years later, in total, they gave out $440 billion, y'all. So remember the people I said. I want to make sure that y'all remember this. AIG got some money. GM, Chrysler, Ford got some money. The Federal Reserve got the money to give to the homeowners and the business owners. Okay, and then the banks, credit unions, they got some money. Now, a lot of credit unions didn't take some of the money. I'm going to just go ahead and say that. It was majority banks. Okay, so you want to know who next getting some money? Me, you, all of us for our student loans. That's the reason why I'm talking about this, because they gave out all of that money to all of those companies. Y'all, we are at a point now, $1.56 trillion in student loan debt. Y'all, we can get this bailout. I truly, truly believe that we can get this bailout, because if they bailed them out, right? And I think I read tons of articles that said those companies didn't even do good after the bailout too. And I was just like, yo, like, who driving a Chrysler? We didn't bail them out. Like, what's up? What's going on? You can give us some of that bailout money, y'all. And so I'm talking about it because I'm trying to bring life. I believe in speaking life to the things that I want to get. And so if Biden administration bails out student loans, do y'all know how we can regenerate this economy? Y'all, think about it. You don't have no student loans. What would you do with that? I truly believe we would be able to increase home ownership, because there's so many millennials who don't own homes because they owe so much money in student loan debt. Y'all, we would have so many homeowners. It'd be so many people saving their money. Y'all, we wouldn't have no we wouldn't have no credit card debt. Okay, you see how excited I am? I can't even get my words right, okay? We wouldn't have no credit card debt, okay? Or very minimal if it was some, okay? I'm just dreaming right now for all of us, okay? And we would have more people starting businesses. We would be pouring so much more money into this economy if they were to bail us out of our student loans, y'all. We would do so much good for this economy because we will be putting that money back into it, and we'll be able to live what they be calling the American dream. Lots of us can't live that dream because we in debt. We in debt. Y'all, the truth of the matter is student loans, that debt that we have monthly going towards that student loan, it is stifling us. We're unable to do other things. It feels like we're just living to just pay bills. Like, I know so many people, like I told y'all in my big girl job, I'm a financial educator. I meet so many people. I meet people who have hundreds, $200,000, $300,000 in student loan debt. That's not a life. That's not a life for us. That's the reason why I truly believe they need to get rid of this debt so that we're able to put that money in other places so that we can, get this economy going. We're not able to do that when we are so boggled down with all this debt, waking up with it on our back, basically. So, Biden administration, y'all hear this? Somebody send this to them, okay? We will stimulate this economy. Go ahead and bail out our student loans, okay? Y'all see, look, I'm all about that. And so I want to go ahead and take it back to last week's episode where I talked about financial vision boards. So I want y'all to think about this, really think about this. Maybe it's not far-fetched because I just told y'all about the bailout back in 2008, okay? They bailed out all them people. They can bail us out. It's going to happen, y'all, okay? Mark my words. Y'all going to be pulling this episode. Y'all going to be like, you know what? She said that. She did that. She did that. She spoke life, okay? So that's what I'm trying to continue to do. And so going back to the money vision boards that I talked about in last episode, I really want y'all to think, what if your student loans do get paid off? What happens then? Because truly, you really need to be prepared for whatever blessing is coming into your life. And so truly, if these loans get paid off, that's a blessing. Okay? Blessing the way I said it. All right. And so what would you do? You need to be prepared for that. And so I talked about having a financial vision board, money vision board, so that way you can keep whatever you want to happen in your life that needs financial backing, you can keep that in front of you. And so I truly believe that this will be one of those things that you should put on that vision board. I want y'all to write out a check for whatever the balance is for your student loan. If you got multiple companies, write out checks, whatever those balances are to those companies, right? Write it out just like you would write a check. And then write paid in full over that check. Because let me tell you what, I have been so geek feeling like we are the closest that we've ever been to getting these things canceled. So I want y'all to envision that. Envision these loans being paid in full. Put that check up on that vision board. Whatever that company is, Navient, paid in full. Sophie, paid in full. Maybe that's just me. That's just me right now. Okay, that's who I owe. So they on my vision board right now with a paid in full check that's sitting right there on my vision board because I am manifesting that right now. And I want y'all to manifest that as well into your life. And then also I want you to look at, what is that monthly payment that you're going to be saving? What's that monthly payment that you're going to be saving from not paying these student loans? Envision what that feels like, right? You got to be able to feel it. That's the first thing in manifesting. When you're thinking about whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you have to know what that feeling is going to feel like. I want y'all to also know, what is that payment that you're not going to be paying? Is that $200, $300, $400? Look at y'all laughing like $400. Okay, let me get to the real payments. 5, 6, 7, 1,000. All of those payments. How much will you be saving not paying those student loans back monthly? I want you to envision that. I want you to feel that. I want that to go on your vision board because I also want you to now figure out, what would I do with that money that I'm no longer paying towards my student loans? Is it going towards my savings? Is it going towards me buying a new home, my new down payment? Is it going towards a new business endeavor that I'm trying to do? Am I going to travel with some of that money? Am I making investments? Am I about to make this money make money for me? Okay? Whatever it is that your dream is, or whatever it is that you would do with that money, you need to envision that and plant that on that financial vision board. Y'all, truly, I am a believer of vision boards. I talked about it in the last episode. Y'all gonna go ahead and have to check that out. But I do want y'all to get that vision board up and add this to the vision board. So once again, you're adding those paid in full checks to whomever your student loan companies are. You're writing the check out in full. Think about how good that would feel. That's why I want y'all to write it so you can feel how it feels. Like, ooh, paid in full. Put paid in full over the check, right? And then also, what's that monthly amount that you pay for your student loans? Get that monthly amount together. Have that there. Circle it. Okay, whatever that amount is, and then start drawing for it. Remember when we was in school, when we first learned how to write papers and we would have our thesis and you circle and write your lines? Go ahead and write whatever that monthly payment is that you're going to be saving. Circle it and then write lines from it. What are you going to do with that money? What would you do with that amount of money that you would have been paying towards your student loans? What are you now going to do with that, y'all? I think that that's a good one. I think that that's a good one. I want y'all to go ahead and try that and let me know. Let me know how it go. Okay, y'all can find me on IG at mindfully_rich_podcast. Go and share your vision boards with me. I would love to share it in my stories, in posts. Go ahead and share that with me just because, y'all, I am a manifester. Okay, now I have not manifested the one thing that I still am trying to manifest. I almost told y'all my business. But I have manifested so many things, okay? And so I truly believe in this. And so I want y'all to go ahead and try that, all right? And so remember, you got to plan for the blessing. You don't want to be that person talking about when this happened, when that happened, but you're not prepared for it. Just because if a blessing happens to you, you get a windfall and you don't know what to do with it, you might as well have not got it because you're not going to be ready. So why not be ready for the blessing before it happens to you, okay? All right. And so I wanted to go ahead and remind everyone about the Mindfully Rich Savings Challenge that's going on. We are saving $5,000, and I also created a $2,500 path. And so if you're on the $5,000 path, you know tomorrow, Friday, January 29th, you'll be making your deposit of $125 into your savings account. And for those of y'all that are on the $2,500 savings plan, you're making a deposit of $62.50 tomorrow. Okay, that's weeks four's deposit. Okay, and if you haven't checked out or if you're not a part of the Mindfully Rich Savings Challenge right now, make sure you go to IG at mindfully_rich_podcast so you could check out the post where I have all of the instructions for the Savings Challenge and you'll get the amounts. Each Friday, we're making deposits. And so this Friday's deposits are $125 if you're saving $5,000, $62.50 if you're saving $2,500, y'all. We got 52 weeks of savings, okay? And we're already on week 4. So moving into week 5, the amounts for week 5, y'all go ahead and listen because that was one of the complaints that I got in my DM. You didn't mention the savings challenge on the episode. I forgot. And I was making posts and I said, you know what? That's right. I said that I was going to be here. So thank y'all once again, keeping me accountable. So for week 5, those savings amount, if you're saving $5,000, the deposit is $25 next Friday. And if you're saving $2,500, if you're on that path, your deposit is $12.50. That's right. Weeks 4 deposits are always going to be the highest. And so far it's been going pretty good. I'm doing my saving. I hope that y'all doing y'all saving too. And let me know how that's going. Keep me up to date. Include me in your posts. If you're saving it, if you're hating it, if you're loving it, include me in that. Go ahead and tag at mindfully_rich_podcast on IG so that way I can be a part of this journey with y'all. I just thank y'all for taking this journey with me, and y'all together, we're going to save $5,000 or $2,500 by the end of the year. Okay. And I'm thinking of making this an annual thing just because y'all, I am a big proponent of saving. I love saving money. That's something y'all, stability and security is my love languages. So saving, woo, that just falls all in there. Okay. So thank y'all so much for joining me in my first Savings Challenge. All right, y'all, don't forget to listen. The podcast is available on every streaming platform. Do y'all hear me? Every streaming platform. And on most of them, you can share these episodes by text or to social media platforms. Whatever it is, make sure y'all share. I am trying to build the Mindfully Rich podcast tribe. And so please make sure y'all share these episodes with someone that you think needs to hear them. I know that it's good information on there. I know that I currently have people who are sharing, and I truly appreciate that. Y'all keep going, spreading the word. I want everyone to hear this just because this is a labor of love. I make this just for y'all. And also don't forget to follow the podcast page. I'm on IG at mindfully_rich_podcast. That's my social media platform of choice. Now, this is something I never bring up. Write a review, y'all. If you like the podcast, make sure you write a review because people be reading the reviews. Let them know you listening and let them know that you loving the podcast. All right, darlings. Y'all live life mindfully, intentionally, and on purpose. And until next time, when I hit y'all with another one.